Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you guys here. My goodness. Oh, wow. I'm starting this reading at 11:22. It just turned to 11:23. I usually start much earlier than this, but I'm slow right now getting around. Thank you guys all for all of the advice that you offered me about my ribs. I had no idea about arnica patches, and they do help. And there were lots of suggestions, and I am going to try them all. And so thank you all so much, except prescription medication. I don't do that because I don't know if you know this, but 2 of my cousins died of opioid overdoses. So I don't touch the stuff myself under any circumstance. So I just hope that I don't get hurt, real bad. All right, guys, we're going to dive right into your reading. I can tell that energy is shifting and changing. I keep getting the past coming into the future. Something's happening like a boomerang kind of energy, but it's heading forward, not backwards. It's interesting. All right, let's see. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces. For Pisces, please, Spirit. Wow, yeah, Judgment. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, the feelings are so intense already. Something's changing. Something's coming back around. This is the one you never forgot. This is the one that was different than everyone else in your life for you, as you are for them as well. I'm getting it's a very it's kind of like waking up and realizing I'm never really going to let you go. We haven't let each other go yet. We're not going to. It's sorry, I'm being the unicorn horn is like coming out of the third eye, and it's giving me this energy of like realization of the matching pair of like the chariot of the horses. Like it's inescapable, and like maybe we tried to resist it. Maybe we tried not to understand it. Maybe we tried to look away from it. Maybe we tried to focus on other things. I see the 8 of Pentacles. So it could be that you both turned to work or something to not think about each other. It can also be with the 8 of Pentacles, self-mastery. We had work to do on ourselves, and we had to do it on our own by ourselves. And maybe that's what we've been doing, but you're still the one. I keep getting that. You're still the one. I got that all day yesterday. God, even into the evening. And I even said it in your reading. And usually when I say something, it frees me from it. But no, you're still the one. I think you are for them and they are for you. And I feel like there's another chance here. Judgment, is that energy of reconciliation, another chance, having new life in a situation. This card literally says soul searching will bring you inner peace to many areas of your life. I feel like this is something, oh my God, you guys, literally, this star on this Judgment card is giving me morning star Venus. Venus is going to be exalted at 27 degrees in Pisces, where it's called the morning star. I don't know anything about astrology, you guys. I mean, okay, I know some stuff, but I am by no means an astrologer, and I don't want to take anything away from that craft, that practice, the beauty of everything that is astrology, and I love it. And so I listened to it. But I'm just not a technical person to like be so precise with degrees and stuff, but I was listening to a video that was talking about how Venus is going to go retrograde from Aries into Pisces. And at 27 degrees Pisces, something really crazy happens. And 27 is my life path number. So whenever something is a 27, I just feel a sense of connection to it. And they said, this is when Venus is called the morning star. And this star is giving me this. So I don't know when that happens, what day that happens, or if that has already happened, or what is happening here. So, but it feels connected if you want to look into it, or if you're an astrologer and you know, or you aren't an astrologer but you do know, or you look it up and you find it. If you want to put it in the comments, that would be incredibly kind of you, because it feels very connected to this energy. That might even be the point in which Venus goes direct in Pisces back into Aries. I know all of the planets, Mercury went direct yesterday. I think Venus is direct now, but if not, it's going direct maybe on the 12th, something like that. I'm not sure. Something happens on the 12th. This is why I'm not an astrologer, guys. That exact right there. So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is something that this book open here is giving me Akashic records. Is happening, and it is in some way I feel connected to this energy. And it may be for the time, the date, the when it happens. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading, so timing is going to be different for everyone. But there's something significant I feel that happens at this time. And it could be that we wake up and realize, look at this. I didn't even see this, you guys. Literally, I didn't even see this dark horse here. I only saw the light one. It's so crazy how your intuition, when you're tapped in, and I'm tapped in, let me tell you, I'm tapped in, we'll only see what's important. We'll highlight to the point where everything else doesn't matter to you. I didn't even see this. I just saw this, and all I could see was the horn coming out of the third eye. And then I got the two horses from the Chariot card and this recognition, and I got them as horses transforming into unicorns, where, you know, it's almost as if like we're not ready sometimes to accept or to embrace or to open up and receive what the universe has planned for us. And this horn here, it's signifying growth, like a spiritual growth, an intuitive growth, a change spiritually. And what did this say? Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Listen, this unicorn says success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. Someone wasn't ready to believe in it. You know, they may have felt it, they may have even known it, you know, but they weren't ready to believe in it. They may have had past trauma that needed healing or something like that, that was a heavy burden that prevented them from being able to open up to receive it or believe in it. Or that anything like that could even happen for them in their life, okay? But there's something undeniable happening here, and it's time for it to be released into the universe here. Celebration, the word celebration, you know, I always, there are two cards in tarot that I associate with the word celebration. The Three of Cups, which can also, especially when in conjunction with the Judgment, means reconciliation. And the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, which when I sat down to do this reading, it was actually 1111, and I took a screenshot and sent it to a Pisces. And I realized that today was actually a special day because I saw the date, and it's a special day for me. And anyway, there was just this whole line of unraveling this Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I literally typed, I feel like we're in a synchronistic bubble to the Pisces that I was texting with at that time. And and then you got this card, and the card of celebrations, or like the 1111 card, which is what started, this actually is the energy of the beginning of this reading, happened when I sat down. I had lit all my candles. I have way more candles lit. They all mean something. I say a prayer with all of them. And then I was texting my friend, I was texting a Pisces that today was actually a special day, and now you have this card. There's the 1111 card is where we call down what we're manifesting from the ethers into reality, into being. Strong energy with this unicorn horn and this energy here of like, okay, we're ready to admit it now. Like maybe the timing wasn't right before. Maybe I wasn't ready before. Maybe the situation wasn't right before. Maybe we both had this self-mastery path to go on before we were ready for this. But now the time is here to choose this, to make this judgment. It's funny, you know, this feels very dark, and then there's this lightness. And the energy is very dark in the world at large right now. I mean, like, I think almost any spiritual person, or even you know, and a lot of you are spiritual people. I'm not in any way trying to say that, but just like in the circles that I travel in and the people that I talk to, it's just like, man, it's really dark out there right now, and it's hard to stay the light. It's hard to be a light worker or an empath in this energy, in this time. But it is also as if there is some kind of reward for maintaining this lightness even in the darkness. So that's something also. Okay, here we go, guys. Yeah, someone has undergone a transformation. Or maybe both of you have. Oh, wow. Oh my God, you guys, seriously? The letter D may be important here. Definitely D. And then I said definitely. And I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to be punny. Wow, okay. So I feel like there was someone that was very logical and analytical. Someone who, and you know, sometimes logical and analytical is a way of protecting ourselves, right? I mean, every single thing can be a way to protect ourselves, right? Perfectionism can be, you know, anything can be, right? As a way to not take a risk, to not take a chance. Well, it's not logical. It's not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. I don't like the odds of it. You know, where some things require us to just sort of take a leap of faith, like love. And love is definitely one of those things. And so there is something here where someone in the beginning of this connection, or in the first round, or the first coming together, or whatever this is, they were someone that needed everything to fit into place and everything in their life to make sense. Can you guys not see these cards? Okay, sorry about that. And it's like this person had to be able to release that energy. And I still feel like they are somewhat logical and analytical. They may even have like a career that relies on them being logical and analytical. Some of them may be judges, lawyers, police officers, you know. Oh, sorry, honey. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, baby. I was just trying to turn down the volume. I didn't know you were laying back there. You know, like something, you know, service members, something that requires them to be a bit detached. But it's interesting because what I'm getting is like this energy of there's a time and a place for it, where it's like instead of it ruling their entire world and them needing everything to be in this definitive order, they are sort of saying some things are like that and some things are meant to be that way. But in other ways, that energy is preventing me from kind of needing to know all the answers and needing everything to be neat and tidy and to fit into some square box or whatever, is preventing me from being able to open up to receive something that is wild and free and faded. You know what I mean? It's like someone is releasing their doubt through this deeper understanding that, you know, logic works really well for some things, and there's an applied purpose for logic that definitely can help you find the answers, but it's not the only way, and it's not always the best way even. Then you have denial, and it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. And this denial is giving me, you know, I feel like someone was afraid, and I feel like they were not really willing in the space that they were in before to even acknowledge their fear. Even if they acknowledged it, even if they said, hey, look, you know, I've been hurt before, I've had a rough life, like, I just don't trust things like this. I struggle to trust people and to confide in people and to, you know, be able to really like come together in a unified way with someone, even when I really strongly desire it, because I do feel the energy of flame here in this card. They may be a fire sign, but they could also be an earth sign. But there's also this energy just of like, sort of projecting their fear outward, even when they desire something, or maybe even especially when they actually really do desire something. The fear intensifies and they sort of project it onto whatever is around them, even especially the object of their desire. And I feel like this person has become aware that they do that, and the awareness of it allows them to see the fear in it and allows them to replace that fear with the awareness of, oh, I'm doing that again. Oh, this is my reaction to that because it freaks me out. It scares me. And so instead of believing what they're projecting out there, they're understanding themselves better in life as a rule. Then you have this perseverance energy and this change energy. And I don't know if you saw how the cards came out, but this card was the only one that came out the first time I went all the way through the deck. And then I got do it again. And then when I did it again, these two came out. So these two are related and these two are related. There's an energy of not giving up, of never losing or letting go of this connection. On some level, it's like even if we put space between it, we always came back to it. There's something about it where you see how there's this sawtooth edge around the purple. It's giving me a gear, like the energy of a gear. And it's like when you take that gear out, everything sort of stops. So we just kind of keep that gear in place to keep everything working. But we're just not paying attention to it. We're just not giving it a lot of focus, all right? And, but it's doing its job. It's still in there. It's still turning. It's still churning. And it's still vital to the working of the entire machine. So it sort of feels like a connection, energetic connection, right? That exists no matter what. And it's like we may not focus on it, we may not be resisting it, it's that perfect example of when you love something, set it free, like let it completely go and see if it comes back to you. If it's meant to be, trust that it will be and that it will come back to you. And that faith, that trust, and that energy, and the energy that this thing is vital to the inner working of the energetic universe or something. It feels like it's part of a bigger plan, a bigger thing in Akashic Records. Especially with the green here and the purple. The purple is a crown chakra. Purple may also be a significant color here for this connection. Also green. Green is the heart chakra. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And this feels like a reprioritization of beliefs to me, where someone had to come into this level of confidence with themselves in order to be able to have this. And it's almost like this connection was the challenge and the answer at the same time. Like, it was the thing that challenged you to find this within yourself or your person within themselves. Remember yesterday we were talking about fear is going into something knowing that you're afraid, but you do. Courage is doing something scared, but doing it anyway. And then it's like when you go into something kind of knowing that you're going to survive no matter what happens, that you can handle it, no matter what the outcome is, you can handle it. You may have a preference or whatever, but you're not attached to an outcome, and you're letting life tell you what is meant to be instead of trying to impose your will upon life. And there's this energy of, when I do that, I'm in the flow and I will always have what I need when I need it. And I am actually capable of anything that I put my mind to. I will survive this. Even if I take this risk, even if I jump into the unknown, even if I don't have all the answers, there's only one way I'm going to find out, and that's if I do it. And I know that if I take this chance, I can handle it, whatever the outcome is. It gives us the strength to do it. And then you have this change energy, and it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And this feels like where the gear starts to turn again, or the gear becomes the focus again. See how there's a sun in the center of this? I mean, it's not really actually a sun, but it feels like a sun. It's interesting because it feels like focusing on happiness, healing, clarity, and allowing things to move the way that they want to move, and not just allowing it, but kind of embracing it, because we know that however it goes, whatever happens here, whatever the outcome is, I will grow and evolve if that's what I choose from the experience. And I will either grow and evolve into a relationship with this person and grow and evolve through that process, and grow and evolve through the process of the continued connection afterward, or I will grow and evolve through whatever happens, period. You know what I'm saying? And it's sort of saying, I need to stop being stagnant. I need to evolve. I need to grow. I need to change. I need to allow this into my life. And so there's this energy of understanding, which is bringing me back to this horn on a unicorn, which is opening up to receive, allowing the horn to grow, and just accepting this is still in my life for a reason. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter how I separate myself from the situation, it perseveres. It keeps showing up. I keep somehow finding myself back here again. Okay. It's time for this to change, to have some kind of evolution, to have some kind of rebirth. For Pisces. For Pisces. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces. Someone's going to send a message. Or someone already has. For some of you, you may have given this person something in writing, or they may have given you something in writing. That you may be surprised to know they have kept or read, or there may be... Wow. This person, it's like, you see how she's like holding her chest, or like almost hugging herself here? There's almost this energy, it's like an energy of remembering. Oh wow, underneath it says thinking of you with a rose. It's like remembering someone's smell, someone's taste, the feel of them, and, you know, reading their words, or holding on to something here, not letting go of something. And it feels very physical or tangible. Some kind of message, some kind of letter, something written. Might have been a card. I mean, it could be photographs for some of you. Could even, I just got the energy of ticket stubs, or, you know, like something to that effect, like some kind of memorabilia. When this thing first came together, I think one person especially was kind of unstable. They weren't very sure of themselves. They didn't really believe in love. They'd been hurt before. You know, there's something here with this lies, with this hand, with this rose, and it's giving me this feeling of like, I wanted to give it to you. I wanted to offer you something. I wanted to accept something from you. I wanted to, you know, but you see how it's like a statue? It's like, but I couldn't. I couldn't open up my hand. I couldn't reach out and take it. I just wasn't there. You know, this person may come from a bit of an unstable background, and they may know more of hurt than of love. They may know the energy of thorns more than the scent of the rose, is what I'm getting. There's just this energy of, I was frozen. I wasn't awake. I just couldn't take what was being offered. I couldn't give it. I couldn't give it, and I couldn't accept it. I'm hearing a song, and it's like, I keep hearing the word time. Okay, if it's important, it'll come back to me. Time can't save me. I don't know what. I can barely freaking hear it. Time can't save me. I don't know. I honestly feel like this person felt that they would always be this way. I feel like they felt like they couldn't change. It wasn't in their power to change. This had been their life experience, and because of that, you know, some people do believe that our circumstances in life are set in stone and that we can't change them. And so this person may have felt that as much as they wanted to change it, as much as they wanted to come to life and be able to take that rose and be able to take this opportunity with you, that just wasn't in the cards for them in this life. And there is an energy here of like being really sorry about it, like being really sad about it, being really hurt by it, by the fact that they couldn't. And it almost is giving me this like renewed sense of anger to whatever this instability was from their past before they met you. Like, sometimes, you know, when we suppress emotion, like, I know people, I seem to attract people that like grew up in households like mine, and had like narcissistic parents. And a lot of them are unwilling to sort of really acknowledge the effect that it had on them, or that their parent really damaged them, or like there's like a little bit of cognitive dissonance, like, this really screwed me up, but I still have to honor my parents and I have to continue to have a relationship with them. And then every time they go see their parent, they get triggered by it and they have another experience that confirms that, yeah, that's definitely who their parent is. And yeah, their parents definitely hasn't changed and probably will not ever. And that no matter how hard they try to talk to their parent doesn't hear them and can't process what they're saying, and somehow always turns it around and blames them for everything. And I actually have had to really distance myself from all those energies because I can't take it. I'm just like, I know how hard it is to walk away from your parents. I know how hard it is to like choose the orphan path for yourself. Like that, it doesn't feel good no matter what. And I know that I'm extremely fortunate that I have the stability of my husband and my kids and, you know, the life that I built myself and chose for myself and my friends and my life, just my life. And not everyone has that. And I don't judge or blame anybody, but there's kind of a little bit of that energy of sort of like, I'm just condemned to this fate, or this is what I kind of have to put up with, or this is the lot I was dealt in life. And there's not a sense of empowerment, of taking control, of realizing that you do have a choice. You always have a choice in life. And that, you know, it may be the worst possible choice. And I think, you know, abandoning your family and being abandoned by your family is literally, I mean, it's definitely the worst thing I've experienced in my life. It's much easier to deal with death. For me anyway, just being frank about it. And so there's this energy here of, you know, when you first came in contact with this person, they were still in this area of life where they weren't able to choose what was best for themselves, or they weren't able to prioritize themselves. And sometimes this happens because our sense of self-worth has been fucked with so hard by other people and by life and by society and by whatever. And sometimes it's because, like I said, we think our condition is set in stone. We think that, you know, if this has been our experience, then this is what our destiny is. This is what we're fated to. This is the only thing we'll ever know. We're just not meant to have love. We're just not meant to be loved. But somehow you coming into contact with this person woke them up to, they could actually experience something different because they did experience something different with you. And you can see how now here in this energy, there's a much more vibrant, vital kind of energy here. There's this heartbeat in these cards here. There's blood pumping in these cards here. Here, there's only blood pumping underneath the chaos and the stone and the coldness of the metal and the unyielding, the hard exterior here. Here, it is all-encompassing, you know. This woman is holding her face. They're feeling everything. They're feeling everything to such an extent here. It feels like, and it's like, when they're feeling everything, there's almost this energy of they can't bear to think that it is over, because that would actually hurt way too much. And so you see this light in the darkness. This card actually makes no logical sense. Look at this card. What the hell is happening in this card? This card is like, there's no rhyme or reason. All these other cards, there's a rhyme and a reason. They make sense. This card, that light up here, in the darkness, that makes no sense. Why is that there? I mean, it's like, you know, digitally produced, right? It makes no sense. But it's like you were the light in their darkness. It's like you were the hope. There's a song from Mumford and Sons called Guiding Light that's actually coming to me right here with this card. It's like you know, focusing on you, focusing on this love, focusing on this experience took them through the darkness of the tunnel that they were in through this transformative process. With this insomnia here, it's like I feel like as this person began to like wake up, as they began to really feel things, there is this, you know, almost like, I don't know if they were, you know, living in another situation, or it's almost like kind of living a lie by day, and by night it's sort of collecting this energy, or like having these growth spurts. I don't know. It says insomnia, and I believe insomnia. I believe, you know, if I was pulling tarot, I would see the 9 of Swords here in this reading for sure. And we are going to pull tarot, but there's also this energy of, with this swirling around here, of dreams, of messages, even dreams that wake you up, or even dreams that leave you with sort of an unsettled feeling when you wake up. Where it's like you have to almost check yourself to make sure you're here, or that it's real, or that, you know what I mean? These are profound experiences that I'm getting here. And then you have this patience and this still pining. And it's like this person is going through a really intense internal cycle where they are learning how to open up. It's like they're becoming, and it's like, you know, when you're going through a transformation or a change, sometimes it's 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. But there's something about this rose, and I keep kind of smelling roses, and it's like, I don't know if there's some, you know, connection between roses and this connection, or if it is sort of the sweetness of life, like it's representative of, you know, there is nothing like, you know, a rose bush when it's super fragrant and it's hot outside and the rose is all the way open and the petals are curling back like this, and you walk by and you get that aroma and you feel the sun on your face, and it's a sensory experience that is so powerful. And it feels like this person sort of almost having to have patience with themselves. There's an energy really of temperance here, of sort of having things coming together within someone to balance them out, to heal them, to sort of help them through this process of deep internal transformation. And it feels highly personal, even if they were with someone else, is what I think I'm getting here too. They were alone, they were by themselves. This is a profoundly and intensely solitary experience. It's like there was no one to share it with. Her lips are closed, her eyes are closed, it's all inside. There's no looking outside for answers. There's no, and it may be that this person fought going within for a long time, you know, and it kind of came to this place where they didn't have a choice. You know, this is a tower in reverse, in my opinion. That sort of takes as long as it takes to fall and then to be rebuilt. But it's like, even through this entire process, at the end of it, it's like the one thing remains, the one thing perseveres. I still want Pisces. Pisces is still the one. All right, let's dive into the tarot. Yeah, I'm still thinking of Pisces. I'm still holding on to these words, these messages. does Pisces need to know right now, please, Spirit, about this connection? Can I get one more? Thank you. Wow, King of Cups, emotional mastery. It literally says on top of this. Four of Wands, there it is, you guys. There it is. Wow, the World card with the Seven of Wands. Yeah. Wow. My God, you guys. Oh my God. This is an internal transformation that has taken place in order to enable the foundation of and commitment here that is possible. You know, this is obviously reminding me of the movie Up, and I've never seen the movie Up. One of my friends made me watch like some truncated version of it because she was like, you're gonna love it. But I've never actually sat down and watched the entire movie. I don't know why. I don't do Disney. I mean, I like Disney World, but I just don't do the movies. Anyway, there's this energy of, this is the foundation of that celebration that we saw, is that someone has mastered themselves emotionally. They have found, I don't want to say that this is like become a strength of theirs, or like that they're going to be some superhero rock star emotionally, but compared to where they were, yeah, they are. I mean, in the grander scheme of things, do you know people that are probably, you know, more able to articulate their emotions and stuff like that? Yes, absolutely. Is that going to completely change with this person? I don't really think so. But they themselves can handle now having these emotions and being okay with it. They can accept the rose now. Because the cycle has ended where they felt like they were destined to be all by themselves out here on this iceberg by themselves. So much coldness that I get here with this energy with this person. I don't know if they're in a cold environment, or if there's just this, they could have been raised in a cold environment. Just there's a lack of having experienced being loved. But this is the completion of this cycle of being, you know, feeling like they have to be so defensive and protective and block anyone feeling emotion for them, or any emotion aimed at them, or any emotion that they feel for anyone else. And, you know, we manifest best through our heart chakra, through our heart space. And the Four of Wands, like I was telling you before, this is where, you know, what we are manifesting comes into reality. And it feels like once their heart fully thawed, you know, they were able to really, I think, manifest another opportunity here, or it's the foundation of this opportunity. That's all I can tell you. And maybe you were also doing it. Maybe in some way this is like mirroring you. Let's get this over. Wow. This is crazy. You have 2 4s clarifying the 4. So this is really, really, really about foundation. And these 2 4s fell on the floor underneath my desk, which is the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Coins. And then you have the Page of Wands here clarifying this World card energy with the 7 of Wands. You have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Sorry guys, I gotta stand up. Oh, thank you all for saying how good it is that I do your readings even with my rib messed up, because you know that it hurts. And I will just tell you that actually it hurts a lot less when I'm doing readings than it does when I'm not. Because channeling takes you to another place. But you have this energy here of the Page of Wands, which is the freedom to choose the path that you desire. It's the freedom to go after the adventure in life. And when you're so busy protecting yourself and closing yourself off from things like that are risky, what does it say? I release the need to know all the answers, right? And you're just like, I want this. This is what I desire. This is the path that I choose for myself. And so I'm going to go on it. You can only do that when you stop protecting yourself, when you stop needing to know the answers before you know, when you stop needing to know that you're going to succeed or that you're going to win or whatever before you take the risk. There's something about risking it in life. There's just nothing feels better than that sometimes. Especially when you're successful. But when you don't ever take a risk, you don't allow yourself to grow. And there's this energy here with this where Brene Brown in the Atlas of the Heart book, she talks about let me just see if I can find the quote real quick, because it's coming out really strong here. And I know I can because I actually screenshotted it at one time. Okay, here it is. In my most recent research on courage and leadership, the ability to embrace vulnerability emerged as the prerequisite for all the daring leadership behaviors. If we can't handle uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure in a way that aligns with our values and furthers our organizational goals, we can't lead. And, you know, for me, it's less about leadership and more about, although there is some piece here about leadership and about, you know, needing to you know, I just think about the Lover's card where, you know, the masculine is looking at the divine and the divine is looking, the masculine is looking at the feminine and the feminine is looking at the divine. We lead in lots of ways. And sometimes we lead through the willingness to expose ourselves emotionally and to expose ourselves to risk and to expose ourselves to failure. And with the Seven of Wands energy, it feels like this person wouldn't do that before. They were really closed off to that. And with the Page of Wands, they're like saying, you know, I'm shooting for the moon. I'm going for it. I'm opening myself up for what I desire. And come what may, I may win, I may lose, I may succeed, I may fail. It's out of my hands, it's out of my control, but I'm going for it. And what, with these 3 4s here, sorry, I'm getting short of breath. With the 3 4s here, the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, both of those energies are kind of scarcity mindsets in their own way. And it's letting go of that from our foundation, letting go of that as part of our sort of subconscious decision-making energy, right? Our foundation is sort of what we go back to when we're making decisions. Like, well, what do we know? What experience have we had? You know, what has colored our subconscious mind into because choices represent what is happening in our subconscious. And when we choose fear instead of love, which is what we do when we're in that Seven of Wands energy, it's reflective of our subconscious mind that we actually believe that, you know, we'll be rejected, or that we'll only be disappointed by the result here, or that we're going to just get our hopes up and then find out that it's all for nothing. Or, and with the 4 of Coins, that, you know, I have to protect myself and hold on to myself here, because it only ever results in hurt. And with the balloons on this house, there's this energy of rising above this. And so kind of, it's the energy that is like, I am free to change my foundation, to choose my foundation, to build my own foundation. My life is not set in stone. I can start a new foundation somewhere else with someone else, and I can build from that. You know, it's the freedom to liberate yourself from everything that has been in your life and to choose your foundation as the Four of Wands, as someone who believes that they can tap into the limitlessness of the universe and experience something different, actually have their dreams come true. That could be the foundation instead. As this transformation happens, as this person is ready to choose this new path and let go of this past, they come in quick to say something. They've been thinking about their future. Wow, because they've been through, oh my God, you guys, the Eight of Pentacles. I literally was channeling that. They have been thinking of their future based on, in a different way, based on this transformation that they have gone through with the Death card. And they no longer see things the way that they saw things before. Now they're open to believing that they could have something different, that they could have a different experience, and that the things that once held them back, prevented them from being able to, a lot of things that were in their subconscious mind, they have maybe even gone through some kind of ego death, but certainly some kind of transformation with the way that they see things and the way that they feel about things, and the energy with which they're looking to their future and what's possible for them. They have let their subconscious mind come up and be freed, and they are now choosing differently. Their choices reflect that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's the Chariot. My God. Wow. This is just so profound. It almost feels like my words will fall short. The Three of Wands is being clarified by the Chariot, the King of Cups, and the Six of Coins. This is an energy of, now that this person has mastered their emotions to where they can have deep feelings for someone and stay, not shut down, but stay open and reciprocate. The energy of unconditional love, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is actually fish. Let me see if I can. The energy of unconditional... Baba! No, Baba. Bobby. Oh my God, you guys. I feel like Divine Masculine wants to talk. Okay, the energy here is like unconditional love is the energy of Bubby, of allowing love to flow through you, becoming part of the flow of love, allowing love to come to you, receiving it, allowing it to flow through you, and giving it. So it's like this circuit of love. And do you not get that from this card? This person is finally able to reciprocate. And now that they can reciprocate, because they have Bhakti. Hey, Bubby. Bubs. That is the neighbors getting their yard mowed. Hey, Bub. We don't have to worry about that. It's not even in our yard. Bubber. Bhakti. Bhakti, lay down. Bhakti. Bhakti Francis. Hey. Come here. No, listen, cut it out. Cut it out, Bubba. Eat the squirrel. Play with the squirrel. Yeah. You're okay. Just lay down. Now that this person has mastered their emotions, they're able to participate in reciprocating this unconditional love energy. And now that they feel they can do that they have mastered themselves to this ability, they are ready to link up. They're ready to join up. They're ready to move towards success and victory in a balanced, harmonious way. And it's you, Pisces. You have the Fool, you have the 9 of Cups, 7 of Coins, and the 2 of Cups. Bubby, this person, you see how she's communicating through this mirror? Wow. Look at this. In this card, this heart is outside this person's body. And it's healing. It's connecting to all that is, to life, to abundance. The 7 of Pentacles is also an energy of divine timing. And, you know, things that don't just mature or bear fruit immediately, but instead take time. And this is something where I feel this person has gone through this process. And with that Patience card and the 7 of Coins card, it feels like it's taken them a while, a long time. For a lot of you, it feels like over a year. I feel like a minimum of like 7 to 9 months, but you know, this is a general reading. And this person has sort of willingly gone through this process. I think you opened them up to allowing themselves to go through this. And with the 9 of Cups, they have finally emerged out of this energy, able to be emotionally content on their own, which I think is something really new to them. I feel like they weren't able to do this before. And with the Fool card here, they're ready to take a leap of faith. The Fool card has let go of the past. There's nothing holding them back. It's the 0. I'm coming to you blank. I'm coming to you free. I'm coming to you completely open to whatever lies in front of us. You have the 5 of Wands here. Wow, with the 5 of Swords, with the 8 of Cups, with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there's this energy of walking away from conflict, of walking away from the thoughts in our mind that defeated us. You know, you can see there's blood at the end of this sword, and she's cutting her own hand, it looks like. And it's kind of like, you know, this energy of self-sabotage, this energy of my mind being my own worst enemy. Our thoughts either control us or we control our thoughts. It's one of the two. And it feels like in the past, this person has allowed their thoughts to control them, to pen them in, to prevent that, to make them believe that their course in life was just to suffer. But they're setting fire to the obstacles. Bubby. And they're walking away from the things that prevented them from Bati. Box. Hey, Bubba. Bubber. No. Our neighbor's literally getting his yard mowed, and my dog is just barking at him. I'm so sorry. But the energy here is that I'm doing all of this. I'm walking away from all of this. I'm changing these behaviors so that I can go after what I want, so that I can finally build what I desire in my life. What is likely to happen? Wow. Yeah, this person is coming towards you, Pisces. I really feel. You have the Knight of Swords heading right for the Queen of Wands with the Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas. They are still drawn to you like a moth to a flame. They can't get there fast enough, but they're coming in with something that they hadn't before. First of all, I'm seeing a blank page here. And again, we have these flowers, and I believe that those are dogwood blossoms. Dogwood blossoms are very significant, especially in the spring. You can Google their meaning, but you'll see there's a lot of meaning in a dogwood blossom, spiritually and otherwise. And then you have the Three of Swords in reverse. This heartache, we've healed from the heartache, and we're ready to come forward in a serious way, in a concrete way, in a way that we haven't before. And we're rushing in, we're rushing toward you like a moth to a flame. I'm literally we're breaking this stalemate. We're setting fire to the energy that prevented us from being. Here's that perseverance energy. Yeah, this person is evolving. They're walking away from who they once were towards someone who has emotional contentment on their own. Yeah, they're letting go of fear and illusion in order to embrace love, initiate this connection in a new way. Okay, that is a giant stack. Let me shuffle these. We have the Strength card. This person is overcoming. You could be dealing with a Leo. There's a lot of Leo energy here, I feel like. You also have the World card energy. Wow. Oh my God. Coming out twice for the second time here, which is all fixed signs, and Leo is the fire fixed sign. This person has worked very hard to overcome their lower vibrational tendencies to be able to come forward and embrace this love and be able to choose this experience for themselves, to be able to break free of what was holding them back, which was, I think, in large part themselves. You have the Page of Swords with the Ace of Cups clarifying this Three of Swords in reverse. So this is talking about, someone who's probably been spying on you and watching you, and from a distance, unable to get close, unable to come forward because they were going through this healing process. And so it's like they could only be at an arm's length distance from you. I don't think that they ever fully really let go. Like I said, I remember seeing that card that made no sense. This one. You were the light in their darkness, and they held on to this hope. They held on to this, you're the only person that's offered them love, that's offered them actual love. And they held on to this. It was the light in their darkness. And so they watched, they sat back at an arm's length distance, and they watched as they healed, as they released these swords from their heart. And now they're ready to step forward. This bird, we call it an anhinga, or a snake bird, or a cormorant, I believe. I usually call it an anhinga, but I think a cormorant and an anhinga are slightly different. But when you see them out on the lakes in Florida, They, you only see their neck and their head, and they look like a snake coming out of the water. You don't see their bodies. And it's like, then they do what we call sunning, and they put their wings out like this and let all the water drip out, and they sun themselves. They allow the heat of the sun to dry them out and to warm them up. And that's exactly what it feels like. This person was afraid of emotion, and they kept most of themselves like an iceberg under the surface and only showed this little bit. And now they're not afraid to come out, even at night. The light of the divine feminine. Wow, I just got that with this full moon back here. This is the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. The Ace of Cups in love. Nine of Cups. There's a heavy emphasis on emotional contentment on our own. Yeah, releasing a burdensome cycle and stepping into our power in order to go from what we want to... Wow. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Oh. You guys have the Page of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. And this is giving me someone who, you know, once they doubted that something would work, once it didn't make sense, it wasn't logical, it didn't fit into the neatness of their life and the way they needed their life to look and be and feel and seem, sort of sterile is how I'm getting it. Predictable, conformist kind of energy. And with the Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, this person dreams of, fantasizes, has moments where they clearly see a plan. They clearly see the vision of their life with you, coming together with you, building with you, growing with you, being in a connection with you. What is possible when you both come together in the light? Generating your own light. You have this Magician with the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's releasing all these heavy burdens, letting them go in order to be able to accept our own ability to create the fate that we desire, to be the alchemist, to transform what is into what can be. So even taking that foundation of the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles and releasing it in order to embrace the Four of Wands. 3 4s may be significant here. You're getting also lots of ones and energies of cycle completion. You have the World card coming out twice. You also have the Ten of Wands. I mean, not the Ten of Wands. The Magician, the Ace of Cups, and we saw the Ace of Wands also. And this is what makes this person happy. This is what brings a sense of emotional contentment to this person, is being able to receive you, being able to receive this love, being able to show up whole and full and capable of receiving love and giving it back to you. Whew, I think I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to get you guys some message cards. This is a massive transformation. It's the real completion of a lengthy, hard cycle for this person. I feel like, Pisces, you probably have too gone through your own cycle completion and transformation as well. I think it's different than this one. But if you relate and you feel like this is yours, then let it be, you know, listen to your own intuition. But this is the coming together of people who have transformed. If you're dealing with a water sign, you have anxious, you have blocking. Yeah. Suddenly all the songs I hear are about you. If I had only known then what I know now. I am overthinking everything. You deserve more. See, I feel like you were dealing with someone who was very anxious and overthinking and feeling unworthy. And I think maybe they have discovered their own, if only they had known then what they know now. You know, their own worth is inherent. It's not a question. It's innate in the experience of being a spiritual being, having a human experience. You are innately worthy. It's not something you have to prove or find or figure out. It's something that you are granted upon taking your first breath. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I want to talk to you. I am working on myself. What we have here is soul recognition. I am overcoming my fears, and I just need more time. Time can't heal me. What is this song? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't. Time? I don't know what. It's like, it's so annoying because I can't really hear it and I don't really know what it is. Okay, if you're dealing with an earth sign, you are hard to forget. My nerves got the best of me sometimes. I'm always like, why aren't I channeling like Fleetwood Mac and the Bee Gees? Because like, I know those songs. I can tell you what song it is. I can tell you what album it's on. I can tell you everything about it. You know, like why do we channel songs that we don't really know? I don't know. Okay, you are hard to forget. My nerves get the best of me sometimes. Nostalgic. My karmic story is ending. Be patient with me, please. This is if you're dealing with an earth sign. If you are dealing with an air sign, okay, I just distinctly got this energy. You are going to be seeing a lot of synchronicities and a lot of signs. Like, if this is your reading, you're going to be seeing angel numbers, like especially maybe even 444. We started off the reading with the 4 being clarified by the 4 and the 4. You're going to be seeing things. You're going to be feeling things. You're going to be knowing things, okay? If you're dealing with an air sign, our eye contact is insane. Secret, I am making plans. Trust me, I can't stop thinking of you. Daydreaming. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. I love you guys. I want all the best things in the world for you. And I really think this is a moment for you. If anybody does find out about that 27 degrees of Pisces Venus thing, or the morning star thing, or what that is, or any of it, please put it in the comments, because I know other viewers would really be interested in it. Okay, I deeply appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.